Okay, welcome everybody. This is Speedcurves. We are at round 3 of the WEC Track Day Series. This is the final round today. I'm excited to announce that we will crown a champion and hopefully see some great racing today. I just have set the grid, and we have a full grid today, 24 drivers. Well, I'm in here as well, so 23. But this is going to be super exciting, so thanks for joining with us today. It's going to be full of action. And it's going to be a really good time. So just bear with me for a second while I do a couple of administrative things and we will get going. Hey guys, about 4 minutes to start. Just giving you a heads up. All right, guys. Okay, let's make it 5. I'll make it 5 minutes. Yeah, do what you gotta do, Patty, and we'll wait for you. Yes, sir. No, qualifying was based on points, so it's gonna be reverse grid on points. We did do a quality of the first race, but after that, it's just easier for me to do a reverse grid based on points because it's too much work otherwise, and people, it's this is best for me honestly. But good luck, guys. Good luck. Yep. Good luck, guys. What's all this nonsense coming in here? Can you make sure that she's off? Because, okay, can you double check? Because she's told me that before and she's not, so. Okay, we are waiting for a driver here to restart their Xbox, so. Also, Forza Fun, I can hear some feedback coming from your screen, it sounds like, so. So today's points, let's just go through the points here really quick before we get started. We got our first place points holder is going to be Forza Fun today. He's got a podium finish in each of the first 2 races at 110 points. Second place is 85 points with F20R Gump. So currently 25 points down, but 60 points is up for any win. So he's well in range there. And third place, 1 point behind Gump, is going to be F20R Easty, followed by Veloster 1 at 80 points. And then Saturn with 79 and Twisted with 76. So we got 5 drivers really capable of winning a championship today. So it's going to be really exciting to see how this goes. We have a full room today with 24 drivers. So this is going to be a hoot. And we are just waiting for a couple drivers to ready up. And I got to wait for one more driver to get in the race here. That looks like he's back in. All drivers are here. Looks like Veloster 1, the Not Sam, and finally Karos with Jordy still to ready up. So we'll see, give them a few extra minutes here. I'm excited, guys. It's 23 drivers in today's race. Got a few new bios that just came in as well, so looking forward to running through some of those today during the race. This is, again, the final race today of the WEC Racing League track days. This is the Golf R32 2003 model, and it's a B class, so it's a lot of fun to drive, all-wheel drive. You can really get on the throttle early coming out of the corner, so it's going to be an interesting race today. How are these race strategies going to factor in? There's no required pit, yet I think that we are going to see some pitting today. So that will be interesting. So we're going to start off today's race. Let's see, who should we view here? We're going to start off viewing right in the middle. Let's go with probably Redbird Jake. I won't be able to actually select that yet, so. Waiting for one more, we got Karos, the Not Sam, and that's it. So. There's a lot of excitement. I can tell listening to the guys, talking to some of the drivers. Everyone's excited about today's race. A lot of some nervous drivers as well, being that anytime you have a race like this, there's always potential. This is an extremely difficult track to pass on because it is not the full circuit. And going through the S's is going to be very exciting, but also could be treacherous. Hopefully everyone is able to maintain their lines and not have any shenanigans that would cause a pileup or anything like that. But now we got Redbird Jake. He's unchecked. Give him another minute. Karos and Redbird Jake still unchecked. Looks like they are the last ones. And now we have Karos checked up and waiting for Redbird Jake, and we are going to fire this thing off. I want to welcome my 3 viewers. Excited to have all 3 here. And now we have a full race grid. Waiting for Redbird Jake still. Thought he was checked up, but now we have Easty unchecked. Maybe some last minute changes, tuning changes, I don't know, but I see some beautiful, beautiful liveries today. So Easty is checked up, he's ready to go, and everybody is checked up, folks. So we are going to do this right now. WEC Racing League, final race of track days. Oh, now we got Dutchie unchecked. And now Easty is unchecked, so I don't know. Give them another minute here. Maybe the nerves are setting in and they're just making some last minute changes to their suspension setup. Oh, I know what it is. I forgot to change. I forgot to change the laps. That would not be good. Okay. Thank you, Veloster 1. Okay, everybody is 24 of 24, looks good. We gotta wait for GTP and Eagle Eye, Dutchie and Not Sam. Want to welcome all 6 viewers. We're being a bit delayed. I did forget to change the lap count. We did a 3-lap practice race, which was a really good idea because going through the S's, turn 2, 3, 4, and 5 is really dicey. So gave everybody a chance to really kind of get settled with that and get an experience to see what that's going to be like with a full grid of cars. So, all right, looks like we have everybody but Easty readied up. As soon as I see Easty readied up, we are going to fire this thing off. And Easty has readied up. I'm going to view on Revan, and I see a check mark next to everybody's name. So here we go, folks. WEC race number 3. We are off. Hopefully disconnects aren't an issue today. We're not going to be doing any restarts. And looking at the grid, just waiting for Forza to load everybody. Want to welcome again all 6 viewers. Enjoy the race here. And they are off. We got 23 drivers on the grid as they are racing down. We're just going to take a look at the replay camera here. As they go up into turn 1, you can see number 66 here taking a bit of an outside line. We got a bit of a spin for Stixie there. Cars getting into each other. This is where it's going to be really interesting. Are they going to be able to get through here safely as Saturn's putting a little door-to-door action on there, and Redbird Jake off. This is going to be a little dangerous. Redbird Jake doing really good there to stay off the race line, as Not Sam is getting into number 66 slightly there. And everyone, a couple drivers offline. Again, not easy to get through here without a penalty. Definitely going to be a factor as Karos is trying to gingerly go through as he runs up by his teammate Gary, AAR G103CX there. And number 66 does a bit of a wild move. Really unsustainable to try to get through there. Didn't really think that one through all that much as we were riding along with him. I'm sure that's not going to be favorably viewed by the other drivers, but anyways, here we go back into the middle of the pack. Let's see who's riding up front with this race here. Currently we got Toga up front, and I'm going to go back to GTPK here, who's currently in 3rd place, followed by Eagle Eye in 4th, as Toga making his way around at the final turn there as they come on to the start straight finish. And these 3 drivers are going to settle in line with each other and probably try to get a nice rhythm as they run up through turn 1. So we got the whole host of the field, again, 23 drivers running through start straight finish as we see a really nice, Dutchie running up the inside here of AAR Grandad. Saturn in 12th place currently, a points challenger and a championship challenger today. Our points leader is going to be Forza Fun. Let's take a look at where he's at. I have no idea where he is at in the field right now. Started very last place on the grid, so now he's up to 19th, so he's made up 5 spots. As we see Forza Fun going through the S's again, almost nearly impossible to pass through there cleanly as Forza Fun right up behind Revan. I'm sure that he's going to put a pass on Revan here. As these two get into each other, Revan might have been slowed up a little bit there. He's going to put it on the brakes here and make a pass there in that little turn that comes back, going into the stadium section. So here we are, very tricky section. This is called the stadium section of the track. Revan 656 not backing down to Forza Fun. He's going to have the inside line. He's making the move on Forza Fun. And these two have got into each other as Revan 656, a newer driver, has come out on the wrong side of that. Already involved in an incident early in this race on lap 1, so again, a unfortunate incident there. So Forza Fun now up behind Redbird Jake. Where is F20R Gump? He's our second place points runner. Let me see if I can find him in here. There's so many cars to find. As Gump is in 23rd place. So I don't know if, I'm thinking he took a pit. Mr. Gump must have taken a pit. That's all I can think of. He's way in the back. So a strategy that he used last race, he's going to try that again. As Veloster won, another challenger for the championship today. Going down into the S's, Veloster won. Nicely done there. He's a little banged up on the back of his car there, but he's going through the S's as they come into the crossover. This is the section of the track that crosses over onto the backside of the back straight on the main GP circuit. Very easy to get a penalty through here. So Veloster won, now making himself up. He's up in 14th, trying to get around Mex Mike. Veloster won hard on the brakes, does a great job there. Mex Mike is going to surrender that position. And but is he making a dive on the brakes? No, he's not. Well done. Thought better of that one. Looked like he was making a move there. As Cavarius Jim runs about 2 cars back from them. So field's starting to spread out a little bit. We're going to get rid of the map. I don't really care to have it on the screen all that much. And let's see our driver count. Where are we at with drivers? We got 23 drivers, so we have not dropped anybody, which is very, very nice. Very good to see. I'm going to take a look at AAR Karos representing his driving group today, which is Autism Awareness Racing. And he's currently in 11th place. Very fast. And I saw some of that. Very fast driver. And I expect him to have a good result today as long as he's able to stay out of some trouble. So yeah, we were following along there earlier with Revan. Quick bio on him. He was born in Scotland, been sim racing for 10 years, and he's got experience in kart racing and enjoys that very much. And his desire is to make his way to the top of sim racing. But today he's been in a couple bad incidents, but I'm sure he's not going to be too happy with that, but that does happen. Great learning experience. But looking at the Not Sam, who's currently in 12th, had a couple really good races the first two, round 1, round 2, and looking to solidify his stamp on the WEC Racing League in this race. So he's been very consistent, fast driver. Let's just go. Actually, we're looking at Sad Turn right now. Sad Turn's just behind Toga, so we're going to stay here because I see Sad Turn kind of coming up on some, I'm not going to call it traffic, but maybe some drivers that are bunching up here. So let's kind of see how this works out. Toga, F20R representing his team in RRC Sad Turn. We got about 5 drivers clubs here today. We got R1R Twisted. We got AAR. Unfortunately, we didn't see our ETR driver here today. ETR Float, he wasn't able to make it. But several privateers as well. So as Sad Turn's making his way down the straight, right behind Toga and Chip. Rightful Chip, the first race with us today. He's doing well here, staying with a nice pace. And they go into turn 1 as they're going to make their way down. Rightful Chip is going to move to the right there and let Sad Turn by. But Sad Turn's going to take a wide line into turn 2 here as he's probably going to attack Toga, but difficult to do this in the S's. Let's see how this goes. Coming through, Toga's doing a good job holding his line, but he may have taken a penalty there. Oh, he's got himself in too hot, and he's going to have to surrender that. He knows that he can't hold that line and moves off to the side for Sad Turn to make his way through. And now Rifle Chip is also benefited from that. And Chip and Sad Turn making their way on down into the final turn of that back straight, which is turn 12 on the full circuit. So let's take a look at the front. We haven't been up there much. I got to take a look at GTPK, he's with us today, and he is followed by Easty. Easty is a veteran of the series. a veteran of the WEC Racing League, and he is up right there behind GTP in 4th place. So Eagle Eye, who is also a well-known driver here in the WEC League, sporting the AXR paint job, sporting his club there. So it's great to see. I failed to mention the AXR club here today. I apologize for that, but he is representing well for his club, running a hot pink with some black livery there, and he's got the WEC logo. Love it, looking good as he is running in 2nd place. My question for him is, what's his race strategy going to be as we see an AAR driver up front, Mr. Band? What's the race strategy going to be? Are they going to pit? It's not required. So are they going to run as fast as they can and take a pit, or are they going to slow their pace down and try to stretch the fuel? It looks to me, with them running 1st and 2nd, that these two drivers are trying to get out of the gates and put the lap times down and maybe pit towards the end if they need to. So we'll see. We'll check back with them. And it looks like 3rd place is now Easty, as he has gotten by the driver that was in front of him, GTPK. So Easty, I got a new bio on him. Let's want to update him today. You know, as I said earlier, he's the veteran of the series, but he runs the number 10. It's his lucky number, he says. He's a massive MotoGP fan, and as well as I am, so we do share that in common. He's had some trouble in the past with transmission damage shifting over the course of the race, but right now he says he's got that down. So let's see if he's able to master that transmission and go the full race without any crashes. So checking back, we have still 23 drivers, which is very, very happy to see that. Nobody's dropped out yet. Let's take a look at the Not Sam. He's in 10th place right now. He's got a really cool Sony livery on there. He's coming up behind AAR Karos. So the Not Sam's a privateer, joined in race 1 of this series. Done a very nice job here. He's a very clean driver. We always encourage that and like to see that. So I don't see him really putting a threat on AAR Karos at the moment. I don't see AAR Jordy in here. He was in the... Oh, yes, there he is. He's in 5th place. I apologize. There's so many cars. So let's ride along with Jordy here, as he is also an AAR group member. I was a bit nervous there because I didn't see him, and I was afraid he was not in the lobby. He definitely had a spot, so I'm relieved to see that. So we have we have Twisted, R1R Twisted coming up behind him, and Twisted, who has had some terrible luck in this series, but has persevered. I have to give him a lot of credit for his perseverance, as he is being chased by Dutchy. Twisty's been involved in 2 incidents in the first 2 races. Both of those drivers did have a look at from the race marshals, and he was unfortunately just kind of a victim there. But now, today, I know that he is looking for an incident-free race, which it seems like he has had that at this point. So Twisted is currently, looks like 6th in the point standing, so he is technically in the running for a championship. If he were to win this race, probably would have to win to gain that 60 points. But he's keeping his chances alive by where he's at currently in 6th place, as he is trying to run down Jordy. Jordy doing an awesome job and running a very fast pace. So Dutchy up behind Twisted here, and looks like Twisted gave up a position there to Dutchy. I do believe Dutchy was behind him, and now we got Saturn bringing these guys back to him. So again, through the S's here, very difficult, really only one line. If you over pursue through that turn 4 there, it's going to push you right off line to get into the crossover cleanly and make your line through this section right here, which is it's almost like a chicane. If you get 80 tires over there, it's going to give you a penalty. So now Twisted making a move on Dutchy, but he tucks back in behind him. He's going to try to square him off with a wider turn as he gets on the gas. Again, you can get on the gas so early in these all-wheel drive cars. So Dutchy, Twisted, Saturn all coming together as a group here. Dutchy, a second place finisher last week after running first place in the lead all race, but on the last lap had to take a pit. So then you got Karos, who's in ninth place, so followed by the Not Sam in 10th. So all fast drivers grouped up here. I'm going to take a quick check at the front here, and we are going to ride on with AAR Mr. Brand, and he is being hounded by Eagle Eye. Eagle Eye, a multi-race winner in the WEC League and past series, as he is now all over the back of this AAR driver, Mr. Brand, and he's probably going to be looking to make a pass on him. Let's stay here just for a minute as they come through the S's. There's not going to be any passing here unless there's a major mistake. He's going to have to do it at either at the crossover or at the end of the back straight. So as they go into the crossover right here, again, you got to set yourself up perfectly for this line if you want to get the drive out onto the back straight, as MST Brand has done perfectly there and has not given Eagle Eye any opportunities. So Eagle Eye is going to have to do the hard work over there to kind of reel him back in. So let's come back to these two, and we will monitor this race here. Let's take a look at our points leader. Where are you, Forza Fun? There he is. As Forza Fun kind of running by himself right now in 14th. I'm sure he has a race strategy, but he's probably allowing himself to run his pace without any interference. So Forza Fun, updated bio on him. He's an avid landscape photographer, loves to shoot film and develop them at home, shoots all kinds of landscape, and that's a bit of another hobby of his. He likes to restore old die-cast cars and customize them. I think that's really cool. So a restoration of old die-cast cars, I would love to see some pictures of those online and kind of see some of his work there. He's got a favorite car, the Mazda Miata ND. He says it's the most affordable, and it's fast. It's very fast at the track. So some of his sideshows that he likes to do for hobbies while he's not racing on the track. So again, we're going to come back to Twisted, who's in 7th again, fighting for a championship today. He is mathematically in it as Saturn making his way up, but he's not. He does fight his way up to the inside, but it looks like, well, yeah, he did. He made it stick there, as Twisted did not want to get involved there. And now Twisted has Karos all over the back of him going to the S's. But again, as I said earlier, I don't expect to see any passing here unless there's a mistake made. As these drivers all settle in, we're going to take a quick look. We are 1/3 through this race, so 10 laps into it. We're going to take a look at penalties. As Twisted has no penalties, Karos has no penalties, and Saturn, oh, look at this. We got to move on Twisted up the inside of Saturn. Saturn with 5 seconds. Karos with only 3/4 second. Twisted with no penalty time. So not only does he have the advantage of these drivers here, but he's got no penalty time. So not Sam. Not able to see his. The message coming in here from one of the drivers must have got dropped. Let's take a look at how many drivers on the grid. Yeah, 22 drivers. So we did lose 2 drivers. I don't know who they are, but there's just a message that one of our drivers was dropped. We're going to try to investigate to see what had happened there. So look at this, Karos and Saturn getting into the Forza Magnet. Oh no, disaster strikes on the front straight there. Not Sam is going to go right around these two. I didn't get to see what happened there. Look at this, Saturn is completely spun. And I don't know where Karos is. Did he make his way? Yeah, I don't see Karos. I think he probably made it through that. let's just take a look. He's in 9th place, so he did make it through, but it looked like a spin happened after a bit of contact there. Going into that final corner, coming back onto the start straight. So Karos running in 9th. Not suffering too much there, but I think he did lose a place there to not Sam. And let's pull up the racing map here. We're going to go back to Forza Fun just to see where he's at. And looks like he's just kind of running by himself with a rightful chip up behind him. And let's go back to the front here because AXR Eagle Eye has now taken the lead and has secured his first place position. And the AR driver, Mr. Brand, is about a second and a half behind him. So Eagle Eye in a comfortable spot up in front. So let's monitor how he does throughout the course of this race. So early still in this race. We're going to come back to him. Let's take a look at some of our points leaders that are, let's look at Easty because he's definitely in the points running for a championship today. As Easty currently running at the front in 3rd and has the 2nd place driver in his crosshairs. Easty running some kind of, I don't know, looks like, reminds me of a Bengal paint job there. He's got the F20R tag on the back of his car there. Again, he's running the number 10. That's his favorite number. Lucky number 10 for him. But not a lot to report at the moment. We're going to come back and see how his progress is on that 2nd place driver. As Veloster 1, another driver in the championship, currently in 10th place. I've called him the Silent Ninja in the past because, he pushes a little wide there. It's going to slow up his lap time. Doesn't want to get a penalty. Going into the crossover. I called him the Silent Ninja in the past because he always seems to be there at the end of the race. So let's see if he lives up to that today. As Toga, F20R Toga, up behind him in 11th with 7 seconds, nearly 8 seconds penalty. That is going to be a huge factor in his race finish. First time racing with us in this series as Forza Fun. Wow, Forza Fun, look at this. He has quite a bit of penalty right now. Is that 5 seconds penalty? Still waiting for it to pop up there. His penalty time. He's running in 12th. Maybe there is no penalty time on him. It's not showing above his gamer tag there, so maybe he doesn't have any. Maybe I made a mistake there. So let's go take a look at Gump. I don't know where his progress is. 2nd place driver in points. As we've had multiple drivers pitting now. Oh, I don't see Gump in here. Gump looks like he was one of the drivers that was dropped. Oh, no, I apologize. 14th place. As Gump is now making his way up past an AAR driver. Who is that? It's going to be G300ZX Gary. As Gump and Gary side by side going down the front straight up into turn 1. And look at Gump's car. He's just got a ton of damage there. But he has already pitted. We know that. And this field is so spread out today, folks. You can see that there's been quite a bit of pitting as the drivers that have pitted are set farther back, but Gump has made his way through the field as he was an early pit today. So he's trying to win a championship today. He's 25 points down. Currently, I don't have a live championship standings, but he is in front of Forza Fun at the moment. So how he got in front of Forza Fun, I don't know. Forza Fun must have taken a pit. 58% fuel for Forza Fun. Forza Fun has transmission damage. 8% and engine damage. Wow, that is quite significant. That is definitely going to affect his lap times. Forza Fun with engine and transmission damage. As Gump, let's take a look to see if he has any damage. Again, second place in points. We're going to pull up his telemetry here, and he is showing no damage at 58% fuel, no tire wear, or very little tire wear, 15% on the front, so he's fine there. We'll get rid of that graphic there for you, and let's take a look to find out where is the best battle. Everybody's quite spread out right now, but we do have two cars battling here. Oh, this is lap traffic, so fourth place GTP has made his way through some lap traffic there. And we're going to go to 6th and 7th place here. So Not Sam currently in 6th place. Not really in the points. He's not really in a points challenging position, but is looking for maximum points today to solidify his finishing results overall. So Not Sam making it through the final corner onto the start straight finish. Nobody around him at the moment. As we're going to take a look at Dutchy. So again, Dutchy had a really nice finish last race, second place, and had a DNF first race due to a massive incident that was very misfortunate. Currently, he's kind of riding around by himself. And I'm looking at his penalty time. And looks like penalties right now, we got 1 second for Redbird Jake. Revan's got 4 3/4. Twisted at 5 seconds penalty. Not like him to have such penalty. Eagle Eye at 6.5. Easty, I thought it looked like Dutchy here's got 8 seconds. I'm not sure why the penalty time's not popping up there just above his car, but he's at 8 seconds. So Toga at 11. A lot of penalty time for a lot of drivers here. Veloster 1, who is known for doing really well on penalties. Let's take a look at where he's at. Currently in 8th position. And Veloster 1's at a 1/4 second penalties. And Karos at 3/4 second penalties. Those two drivers are sure to move up, and they're a bit at the end of the checkered, at the end of the race when they see the checkered, because their penalty time is extremely low. So they're doing a very good job. Just got a report from my producer that one of our drivers was a disconnect. He was a first-time driver with us today. I don't know who the second driver was that disconnected. But we are down to 21 drivers, so that's 2 drivers that have disconnected today, so a real bummer, and I don't know who the second one is. So let's take a look at Karos. AAR Karos still running by himself as he's going down into turn 2 through the S's. I'm going to do as I usually do. I'm going to take a ride along with my first place driver. It should be Eagle Eye, which it is, so let's ride along with Eagle Eye as he's coming through the stadium section. We're going to come back to him once he goes to start straight finish, and we'll do a ride along with him. But look at this, Easty now making his way, inching closer and closer. This is really interesting to Eagle Eye. Easty smelling blood in the water. He has made up a lot of ground here. Again, Easty starting nearly at the back of the grid. Eagle Eye was somewhere in the middle. We do run a reverse points grid. And look at this. Just as I was about to go on board with Eagle Eye, he ducks into the pits and surrenders first place to an AAR driver, Mr. Brand. Now Easty is in second place. So yeah, we have our first place driver. We're no longer going to ride along with him because he did duck into the pits. So that will give the AAR driver an opportunity to ride along with him. As we got a whole host of cars coming down the front straight right now, and we're going to take a look at them as they come up. Looks like some lap traffic there. Revin is a back marker. As Karros coming up into turn 1, and look at this, he's going to come out in front of Eagle Eye. So Eagle Eye, who was running first, is going to settle in just behind Karros there. Wow, there's a whole lot going on here, folks. It's kind of hard to know where to go. As Stixie running in 17th place, right behind Redbird Jake. I'm sorry, in front of Redbird Jake. These two have had much of a battle. And we got AR Granddad bringing up the rear, currently in 21st place. A notable mention today is some drivers that are not with us. We got Tech QRR not here today. Another driver that is not with us is Mr. ETR Float, who was with us last week and had a really nice finish. So I'm going to go back to the front here as we're going to do a ride along as he goes down the front straight. And I like to do this. We're going to ride along as he comes into turn 1 and gets hard on the gas. You've got to get this car straightened up as quick as possible and set yourself up for turn 2. Full throttle all the way through here. You don't lift as he shifts into 3rd or maybe 4th. As he lifts slightly through here, gets hard on the brakes, takes a downshift, maybe 2. This is called the S's. If you over pursue that corner, you'll be all messed up for this entry into the crossover right here. As he does nicely there, threads the needle there on. Oh yeah, he's got to be a little careful there. Gets that onto the gas with the back straight, coming down to the last corner, very tight 90-degree back straight corner to the left here, entering what is known as the stadium section, folks. As he goes through the stadium section, you want to get the car turned in as quick as possible on the gas all the way through here. As this is a very difficult multi-line section through here. Probably a lot of passing is made as he likes to take a wide line through this whole stadium section here, getting back on the gas as he comes into this fast right-hand sweeper known as Hayden Hill. Hayden Hill to the right in honor of the late, great Nicky Hayden, number 69 MotoGP champion, 2006, an American icon in MotoGP racing. As he makes his way past Hayden Hill into the last kink there, coming up on the final corner to take this sharp left-hand corner on the gas early to maximize your drive onto the start straight finish. Going down there, this is one full lap with Mr. AAR Mr. Van across the start straight finish. So holding his line nicely. Look at this, Eastie on a mission. Again, Eastie 3rd place in points, on a mission to win this race. As he is the first place driver, look at this. Is he causing them to put some pressure on him to make some mistakes? Eastie is super close to him right now as they roll into the back section here, going back onto the back straight. And first place, AR Mr. Man looks like he's going to get attacked from Eastie here. Look at this, he's on the brakes hard, trying to square that corner up to get back on the gas early. He's certainly going to attack him in the stadium section here, but where's he going to do it? As he turns in early, kisses out Apex, and they're both hard on the gas here. As you can see, like he's probably going to go up the inside here. There's multiple lines through there, but no, he's taking it wide. And I think he's probably going to do something here around this sweeping right corner at Hayden Hill where the grandstand is, as you can see it there. Nicky Hayden looking down from above. I'm sure he approves of these drivers. And Eastie not doing anything yet, as now a back marker is going to come into play. So Redbird Jake, a back marker in 17th place. is he going to be a factor? Because if Redbird Jake is able to make it down into the S's before these two arrive, it's going to be interesting to see how that works. And certainly, Redbird Jake has made his way through turn 1. And we will see how this works out. So I'm going to stay here. This is the battle for the lead. As we are now 2/3 through this race at 20 laps. We have 10 more laps to go. There's so many drivers. The field is so spread out, not sure where to go, but here we are as Redbird Jake not a factor here as both of these drivers make their way through. And Easty probably looking to make a move on the brakes coming down at the end of the straight. Yeah, he pulls into the passing position. Nope, thinks better of it. Ducks backs in behind him. And he's going to have to wait. And where are these two on fuel? As Easty's at 28%, he's below what he needs to finish this race. As look, he's making it up the inside of the stadium section. And he's made it stick, folks. Nicely done. I don't think any penalties were there from Mr. Brand. And he's fighting back as they go through Hayden Hill. And Mr. Brand sees an opportunity, moves back up the inside. Easty's going to want to strike back quickly here. Neither one of these drivers is going to want to get off the racing line. This has become really interesting as these two clubs, F20R and AAR, fighting for a win here. Still a third of the race to go. And Redbird Jake probably feeling the pressure, seeing these two fast drivers behind him and not wanting to get in their way. I'm going to have to take a drink of my coffee here to settle me down. And I heard a bit of clattering there. I wasn't able to see it. Did AAR get in the back of Redbird Jake? Now, we have a situation going through the S's where Redbird Jake is certainly going to probably slow these guys down. But it looks like he's gone through their lightning quick and not caused any issues there. Easty right again on the back of MST Brand. And how's this going to work? It looks like Redbird Jake is, oh yeah, they're swerving through into the final corner. Here's Redbird Jake has moved over as Gentleman Racing there and not got in the way of these two faster drivers. Great job, and it's going to allow this win, this race for the win to materialize. Love to see that. Very proud of all these drivers. I have not seen too much shenanigans today. A couple things early in the race, but here we are going through Hayden Hill. Again, these two, lap 3 now. 3 laps in a row they've battled as Easty is right up behind AAR Mr. Band as he's going to try to hit him on the brakes. Maybe. No, they go through the kink into the final corner. And look, he's going to guard the inside, not letting Easty up. And you got to get on the gas super early here. It looks like Easty's going to pass him because he got on the gas way sooner. If Easty doesn't pass here, I will be surprised as he got a way better drive coming out of that corner, as I believe Mr. Band was probably, yeah, he sure did. He got right by him. And advantage Easty going into turn 1 as it looks like AR going a little too hot, not going to be able to get on the gas soon enough. And a nice, clean, calculated pass for Easty. But again, folks, taking a look at the telemetry, he's got 21% fuel. He's not going to make it to the end. I don't think he is. He might prove me wrong. Let's see where AAR is. He's got 23%. It's going to be close, folks. I don't want to make any predictions because I'm not a mathematician. I never did claim to be one. I just like racing. So, and look at this. AR not giving it up as he has gotten into the back. Slightly there, Easty letting know, hey, I'm still here. I'm not going to let you run away with this. And I have to apologize to the rest of the field because I haven't covered them much. So let's take a look at the map. And we got a driver in the pits here. And 11th place, we're going to go take a look. Who is in the pits? It's going to be Jordy, AR Jordy in the pits. As we're going to take a look at 11th place here, Saturn, who was spun early in the race in a small incident, coming up behind Veloster 1 in 10th. Veloster 1 has been in 10th there for some time. And let's take a look at Veloster 1's telemetry. As you can see, yeah, he's taking the pit at 81% fuel. Saturn all over the back of Veloster 1. They are fighting here for position in the top 10 as AR Grandad in the back marker, currently in position 21, as he wisely moves over and lets these drivers through. And look at that, Saturn's going to take a penalty there. Did have both drivers, both wheels off. A quick look, where is Eagle Eye, who was running at the front of this race for so long, running by himself currently. He's going to be able to run at its fast, quick laps without any obstructions. So probably factored into where his race strategy was. We'll see how that works out for him at the end. So we got a few drivers in the top 5 here that haven't even raced with us in this series. It's going to be MST Brand, GTPK, and Eagle Eye, and Karos, all top 5 drivers in this race, and this would be their first race in this series. So now we got Forza Fun in 6th place, so I know he had a little bit of an off-circuit excursion as he pitted. He's got 28% fuel. He has not pitted yet. And we got the Not Sam in 7th place. Let's see how close he is. He is running 72% fuel. We know he's been in the pits. We know Gump took a first place pit. So Gump currently in 8th. What is the distance that Gump is behind Forza Fun? That is my question. Gump took a first lap pit. And I can see now he's about 6 seconds behind him with only 6 laps to go. He's going to run out of time to try to catch him. I don't see Gump. I don't see his pit strategy working in his favor as far as a win today, unless Forza Fun takes a pit. So we'll see. Let's come back to Mr. Forza Fun and see how he's doing. I'm just curious, who else? We got Veloster 1. Let's take a look at, I don't think he's pitted like I said earlier. Yep, he has pitted, so. And then we got Saturn right up behind him there. At 57% fuel, so he's taking a pit. As of right now, folks, I'm seeing one driver that hasn't pitted, and it's Forza Fun. He was known for not pitting the first 2 races and even getting a win in a podium from race 1. So a win race 2 and a podium race 1. So is that a strategy going to work here? I don't know. This is a different racetrack. There's only 5.5 laps to go as Veloster 1 and RRC Saturn are coming up on lap traffic. Let's watch and see the progression here. How are they going to deal with this lap traffic as Revin 1 involved in an incident or 2 early in the race. I know he put a lot of practice in for this race. Revin 1, so kudos to him for preparation. But they are right on the back of him now going through this. And Veloster 1, RRC Saturn bunching up. And it's going to be a race down into the, oh yeah, Veloster 1 making a hard move on the brakes. And he does make it stick. Now Saturn's going to make a move around Revin 1 and pull him inside line, as these two have done excellent, beautiful racing there, making their way around lap traffic, showing their racecraft. I love to see that. So glad I was riding along with these two while they were setting themselves up for their passes of lap traffic, not while battling for position. So again, both these drivers have taken a pit, refueled, put new tires on, battling for a top 10 position. while there's other drivers at the front who have not taken a pit. Let's take a look at the front right now. It's still Easty. And he has put a bit of track between him and the second place driver of GTP. So I'm going to say AER did take a pit, and GTP is running around with 11% fuel. So interesting to see where that's going to leave him. Easty running at, let's take a look, 7%, just over 7% fuel as Gary coming down the straight. They see each other, and he's going to move over for him. I don't know, man. I don't know if Easty's going to be able to pull this off without pitting. GTP looks like he's definitely got more fuel. Again, a new driver to the series. I'm not familiar with him. He's got no sponsorships. I'm really surprised a guy like this who's running second place wasn't able to pick up any sponsors for the race. I don't know. I think after this race, he's probably going to be approached by a corporation or two because he's showing his skill level here today. Maybe even a couple teams will approach him for, being part of a team because he's definitely got the racing skills. Maybe he likes being a privateer. It's hard to say, but currently second place with no sponsors. So good luck to him in his future endeavors. Hopefully he joins the WEC Racing League in future events. So we'll see. Let's check back on Gump, who is, again, second place from points entering today, as now the Not Sam is in his crosshairs. Gump, we know, has taken a pit, and currently at 16% fuel. It's plenty to get him through. Both these drivers really skilled. Gump, we've talked about him a lot in the past. We all know at this point what he does by day. Auto shop body painter. Loves racing, has 3 cars in his garage that most of us would kill to have. I certainly will never probably have one in my lifetime. I do believe he's got a really nice, I know he's got a Boss Mustang. It's really sweet. He's got a pretty sweet Nissan truck lifted with all the goodies on it. And then recently has purchased himself a little Ford, I think it's a Fiesta or Focus ST. So he doesn't just run around on the video game. He's serious about it out on the real road too. So anyways, 8th place. He's going to look to clean up here as much as he can, as he's a second place in points. And how much ground has he made on Forza Fun? Let's see where Forza Fun is now. Forza Fun just coming on to the start straight finish. 3 laps to go. I'm going to pull up my map here because we are certainly going to start seeing people pit. Right now we do have a driver in the pit. Who's that going to be? It's going to be Karos in the pits. Now exiting. Let's ride along with him to see how this works out for him. He has exited the pits into 8th place, as right behind Gump. So Gump's strategy has worked there on a first pit strategy to get ahead of Karos. As I expect to see another driver or two in the pits. Where is Easty? Easty's now in 3rd, so he has taken a pit and is no longer in 1st. And Eagle Eye is now in 2nd. We know he's taken a pit. And first place, GTP, crossing the line with 2 laps to go. I'm sorry, 3 laps to go. And let's take a look at his telemetry as he is at 2 points. He's not going to make it around the track. I don't think he's going to make it around the track, ladies and gentlemen. He's only got 2 points. Is he even paying attention to his fuel? That is going to be very interesting as it's dropping rapidly. which is going to give Eagle Eye an excellent opportunity to win this race. Eagle Eye has played his strategy to perfection. Currently in first place. Started about midfield. And again, we haven't seen him first time this series. Haven't seen him since the Ford versus Ferrari series, and has come back very strong to represent AXR. And I don't see how the driver in front of him can make it even through this lap. Look at this, he's on 9/10. He's gonna run out of fuel, ladies and gentlemen. This is very interesting. Maybe he didn't see his spotter, the pit board, that they usually put a pit board out saying you need to fuel. So his crew chief not getting a pay raise this year, as I don't see him making it to the pits. We're gonna stay closely with this too, as Kadvarius Jim, a back marker. We haven't seen him a lot today. As look at this, GTP is gonna make it into the pits. I have to apologize to his crew chief. Maybe they calculated it perfectly. So Eagle Eye and Easty now 1-2 respectively, as they are about to see the white flag. I'm sorry. Yes, they have seen the white flag. Easty seen the white flag now. Where is Forza Fun? Currently in 5th. As Forza Fun is making his way through. I'm sure he'll be fine on tires. Totally fine on fuel. Yeah, this has been really interesting. Where is the racing? We're going to try to find the racing here, folks. Last lap battles, where are you? As this group, 6, 7, and 8 position. We're going to see how this pans out for these 3 drivers. Look at 13 and 14. We got Toga and Gary also engaged in battle. As these two making their way through around Hayden Hill's rifle chip moves off the racing line, allows Gary through. And Gary's currently in 13th place there. As AAR Jordy in 14th. 18th and 19th place fighting it out here. It's going to be Revan 656 and AAR Granddad. And again, Eagle Eye taking the checkered flag, a win. Oh no, I am so sorry, folks. He's now taken the white flag. My mistake on lap 30. I gave him a premature win there. He's still got one more lap to go, but now he's coming up on lap traffic. And this is going to give Easty an opportunity to strike back, possibly. Easty's so far back, I think he's got him covered, folks. So 7th and 8th position on the final lap. They're fighting still. That's going to be the Not Sam and Karos here, as they are working their way onto the start straight finish for the final time, as they are going to see the white flag. And I'm sure Karos will put a move, with everything he has, fight for this position before the checkered flag arrives in one lap. So look at this. He moves the inside, moves back to the outside. Karos looking to square this corner off, get back on the gas, and look, I think he's going to do it. He's got the drive there. He sure does. He's going to go around the outside. Let's get rid of the map. As Karos has done it, he's moved around the outside, but is he in too hot for the S's? And he looks like he's got it settled. Really nice job there, but penalty time is going to factor in, I promise you. It looks like 8 seconds, 12 seconds for Karos. So I am not going to call this race for any driver, as I did last week and made the huge mistake. But unofficially, as we see AXR Eagle Eye going to cross the finish line and take the checkered flag. Does he have the win? We won't know until all the calculations are tallied. The He's got lap traffic in front and behind him, folks. So AXR Eagle Eye, the first to cross the line, followed by Easty. Again, unofficial results, followed by AAR Mr. Band. And GTPK is quite a ways back there in fourth. He's still going through the stadium section, folks. Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, he's on the final turn there. Got a little bit turned around as he now sees the checkered flag in fourth. And Forza Fun, race winner last week, is going to cross in fifth. Where's he at on fuel? I don't think he ever took a pit. He's got 3.6% of fuel. And looks like Gump in sixth place. So I don't think it's going to take a mathematician here. I think for sure we are going to see Forza Fun crowned as the champion of the Track Day Series. We don't want to forget about everybody else crossing the finish line. We got the Not Sam in 8th, followed by Dutchie in 9th. And Sad Turn and Veloster 1, 10th and 11th respectively. Again, Veloster 1, known for a very low amount of penalty. I expect him to jump up quite a bit in the standings. So 4 minutes race end timer here. It's going to take us that long to be able to calculate the penalties and whatnot. But let's take a look now at penalties. Veloster 1, I know he had very little penalty time. So we have, after Veloster 1, we got F20R Toga, who finished in 12th, followed by 13th AAR Jordy and AAR G300CX in 14th. And looks like Rightful Chip in 15th, followed by Kadvarius Jim, who put a lot of race practice in for today. And F20R 16th, 17th, Drew in 18th, Revin 656 in 19th, and 20th AR Grandad. So again, lost 3 drivers over the course of this race. I'm not sure who they were. Yeah, I don't really know who they were. I do know that one of them was a newer driver, so looks like everybody that's been in the previous 2 races did finish. So again, unofficially, the champion of this series is going to be Forza Fun. So a premature congratulations to him. And looks like we got F20R Gump in the party now. He has an unofficial 5th place or 6th place. And I want to welcome F20R Gump. Do you have your audio included, sir? Well, I would love to hear about your race. You were fighting for a championship, you and Forza Fun. It looks like he may have finished in front of you. Unofficial results are yet to be tallied, but I want to say congratulations on your race today. It looked like you had an early pit strategy. And can you tell us what happened there? Right. .3%. Wow. Right, and that is yet to be seen. We'll tally those points later today and get them posted. I did invite our race winner into the party, so we'll see if he's able to show up, and then we'll get a few words from our champion of the series, projected champion. Again, similar to elections that take place here in the United States, it seems to take a while to find a winner. So we will get a word from our projected champion. There is no hanging chads in this race. So until we get Mr. Eagle Eye. So Mr. Forza Fun, you took a official 5th place today in the race, projected champion of the series. Tell us, first of all, congratulations if that holds true after the tally of the points. Did you have any words today for your race? Have you included your audio, just to verify that before you continue? Okay, great. Thank you. You have to redo it, so. Okay. Absolutely. Amen to that. I think we all got to say it. Big amen to that one. So a notable disconnect today was a championship runner, Mr. Twisted, R1R Twisted. I don't know what had happened to him. I knew there was a few drivers that DNF'd. I didn't know it was him until I looked at the final standings. So a very, very misfortunate series for him. He had 2 incidents that knocked him out of the front and then had a disconnect today. So I don't know, I feel terrible for him. So he's a super fast driver, super consistent, but hopefully his luck will be come around for the next series. So big thanks to both you drivers today. I wasn't able to get our race winner in here today. Apparently he wasn't able to make it up to the broadcast booth. I think he's celebrating down on the grid with the Umbrella Girls. So, oh, was he? Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, Mr. Eagle Eye was very. That's how they do it over there in Britain. You know, they celebrate. They know how to celebrate. Straight to the pump. That's right. So. Well, there's this invention that they created back in the 1800s. It's called a electric fan, and you might want to look into that. Yeah, it's I know it's. I heard they work. Yeah, maybe your rig you need to build into it one of those little fans. I don't know, but I do want to give a yes. I'm sure. I have no doubts. It's a very difficult track to pass, and if you get offline, you can take a penalty pretty quick. So, but I do want to I do want to give a shout out to Mr. F20R Drew, who had one penalty for a half a second throughout that whole race. That is very impressive. And I don't know how he did it, but F20R Drew, one penalty during that whole race, so did a great job. Veloster1, who is normally our lowest penalty gatherer, had 4 for 3.5. But with that said, good job, Drew. And I want to welcome Easty to the chat. Have you included your audio, Easty? Okay, you gotta do it a second time when you come into my chat, so just double check that. And okay, would love to hear about your race today. I know that you had a kind of a back and forth between for positions, a massive battle, which I captured most of it during the commentary with the AAR driver. Want to tell us a little bit about it? Well, you ran a 44.9, so it's a very fast lap. Was it? Well, a lot of competitive lap times. A shout out to Eagle Eye for a 44.496. Very quick, especially in a race. So good job to him. A lot of 45s, really good lap times. I'm seeing a lot of 45s, some low 46s. So everyone did a really good job today, including yourself, Mr. Easty, and I hope you enjoyed this series. Did you find this series different from the other ones? Well, great to see you out there today on the grid. And did you happen to see what happened to Twisted? Oh. Okay. All right. Well. Yeah. Well, I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream. Thanks to everybody for joining in today. Hope you enjoyed it. And as usual, not without its controversy in the WEC Racing League. But we're trying to get better. So, yeah. Thanks, guys, for coming out today and